Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Joyful Findings. I'm glad you guys could join me today. The energy has been doing some strange things, some crazy things lately, or at least that's what it feels like to my human body. I feel like I'm going to talk about sleeping patterns, maybe the times that you're waking up when you're sleeping. If you're needing a nap during the day, because I feel like there's a lot of things that are happening. There's a lot of change going on. That's one of the things that they definitely had me write today. Change is here, change is happening to all of us, and it's happening now. So what kind of things can you point out in your life that are changing right now? I can point out a lot of things in my life that are changing right now, so I'm sure you guys can too. The change that's taking place is for the greater good, okay? This is what we all have to remember. This is about why we're opening up our heart chakras, why we're opening up our heart centers to remember who we are so we can advance and live on this earth with more peace and harmony in our lives. So the changes that are taking place right now are within us and on the outside of us as well, right? Because as we're starting to change on the inside, right? Because they're showing me all this stuff going on. Woo, all our cells are changing. Our DNA is changing. We're starting to come more online, with our higher selves rather than being so human and stuck in that 3D realm that's been created here that we've been so stuck in. And now we're ready to pop back up out of that, okay? So everything that's going on inside our bodies, all the tingling that we might be feeling, because they're showing me it as tingling right now, all the DNA changes, all the little shifts in consciousness that are happening. So I'm so happy that this is happening for you and these shifts and these changes are happening for you. Remember to connect into the energy as I'm talking to y'all, and feel and release and allow and expand whatever it is that you're needing in this particular moment to help you move forward. So I thank you guys for being here today. We are on my last show of February 2020. Holy crap, did that time fly by? And in that time, right? Things have been taking place. Things have been changing and shifting for me, as well as the earth. Mother Earth is doing her job too. Everyone's doing their part, whether you feel like you're doing it or not. Just know that you are, okay? So this is very important that you know that you're doing the work, even though sometimes you feel like you're doing nothing. I feel like this occasionally. The last couple of days, I'm like, well, should I be doing something more? And I'm going, no, but my human self is like, you should be doing something. You should be like, but no, I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. So that human self needs to get out of our way once in a while and let our higher selves go, no, just breathe, relax, and all that stuff. So for the last few days, not even the last few days, I'm going to say since like a week or so, my sleeping pattern has been thrown off. Okay. I'm sleeping more. I'm going to bed very early. My nighttime is like coming very early. I can't even stay awake. I need to go to bed. There's a lot of things I'm probably doing in dream state that I don't remember. But I'm going to bed early and I'm still waking up early. And then it was interesting because on Sunday night, I ended up going to sleep early. I think I was asleep by 8:30. And I woke up and the clock said 11:22. So I got up, I used the bathroom, went back to bed. And then I woke up again at 3:33. And then I had a hard time staying asleep after that. It was kind of like, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. It wasn't restful or whatever. But that's okay. It wasn't meant to be restful in that particular moment. So there's different things that are taking place for us. So you might be feeling you need to take a nap at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's okay too. It's what you're doing that you need to do for your body. And as we move forward and we change a little bit, right? So don't feel bad that you have to nap, or don't feel bad that you're going to bed early and you're used to being up to 11, 1, whatever is your number. Just know that all this is changing. You have important downloads that are probably happening during this sleep. Lots of things. And I like to talk about the napping, right? Because I always saw people like, I'm going to say this, this goes back, I don't know, probably 3 years. So you can see I'm switching up the energy again. So this was something that came up at 3-4 years ago. And I always saw we talked about how life is going to change or what the event is or whatever. And I always saw people going into this slumber, this sleep for 3 days. You know what I mean? And they all wake up and they're like, whoa, what happened? And not to say that that's still not going to happen, but sometimes we do wake up when we're like that, right? It's like when we take that nap in the afternoon and we feel like it's morning, but it's really still, Tuesday afternoon and we're thinking it's Wednesday morning already or whatever. So just know that the sleeping part is all good, because I feel like that's supposed to be helping you guys expand. Hello, Kavita. I'd like to thank all my guests for joining me today. Thank you. Kavita says, hi, Melissa. My first art show is on Sunday. Yay. Do you pick up any info about it on it and on my love life? Thanks. I've been very tired lately because of the rain. Well, again, let's start with the tiredness. The tiredness is not just because of the rain. Our bodies need the rest, right? Because sometimes we're go, 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 go all the time. And our body's like, whoo, just slow down, take a little break, take a little nap. Just know that that's okay. I feel like this art show is a good opening for you. This is like a new beginning. There's showing me like new doors. So you're going to have fun with that, and just sell a bunch of stuff, because I feel like you're going to sell some stuff. So have fun with that. And on your love life. All right, Kavita, let's see what's going on there. I think there's still a little bit of time going on there with the whole love life thing. Again, I feel like it's coming a little bit later in this year, maybe April, May, June, somewhere in that range. I feel like you're opening up. I feel like you guys are getting ready to cross paths, which is going to be helpful in you guys actually meeting each other, because everything happens in divine time, people. I want to say that, okay? There is no expiration date on timing. Okay, you may pass each other on this timeline, right? But you might catch up on this one over here. So there's no expiration. Everything happens in divine time, okay? When you're ready to be awake, they're ready to be awake, if that makes sense. Because I feel like there's some people out there that say these things and that is not true. So just know that it's coming up for you in your life. There's many things that are going to start to transpire and take place in your life. And they're showing me like the forward progress. So Kavita, you're going to have a lot of fun this year, as long as you allow yourself to have that fun, as long as you've letting go of all that past crap that was behind you and allowing yourself to move forward in that love vibration. So I see that as a very positive on both fronts for you. So you're going to have a great year. I can't wait to hear all about it when you guys meet each other. It's going to be awesome. So I hope that was helpful for you today, Kavita. Thanks for asking questions today. And thanks for joining in the energy. Thank you. I'm ready. I'll fill you in. Awesome. I will be ready to listen. I'm always ready to listen, and I'm always open, you know, and it's funny because I still run into some people that think I'm going to judge them about something they've done or something that is happening in their life. And that's not my job. Okay, it's not my job to judge. It's not really anyone's job to judge. So anything is like, we have to start letting out more, right? Because a lot of these judgments come from us not talking about things that may have happened to us, or, you know, what they might think of us because of whatever it is. And you know what? There is no judgment. We are here to learn on every level of our being. Okay, from our personal lives to our business lives to our spiritual selves to religions to everything. Okay, we're here to learn and reassess is one of the things I'm getting to, because I feel like some of you are reassessing all this stuff, and opening up more to your heart center. That's what they keep showing me, is you guys opening up to your heart center, right? And I don't know why, but this is causing somebody's back to hurt that's either listening now or going to be listening later. And it's kind of like in the shoulder blades, because I feel like I want to shake them out. So I'm going to stretch that out too. Okay. So it's like whatever's going on back there, because they feel like someone's angel wings are kind of like being strapped back. So if they are your wings, please release and allow, so that you can have freedom in your back, and freedom in your heart, right? Because our heart center has to go forward and backwards, right? It's kind of like our chakra kind of goes in and out, right? It's got to go through. That's how I see it anyways. So we need that energy to flow, right? We need that constant flow in and out, as we do with the balance going from head to toe too, right? To heaven to earth, so to speak. So they're showing me, you know, okay, so that feels a lot better. So whoever had that going on, I'm glad that's feeling better for you. So let's see. They want to talk about the tired thing again, because it's very important that you give yourself the rest that you need and slow down. We are not in a rush. Sometimes we feel like we are because we're humans, but we're really not in that big of a rush, or shouldn't be. And I say this because I'm driving down the road and people are flying by me like we're on a racetrack, and I'm just like, I'll see you at the light. And I do. So just slow down. There's no need to hurry. There is no need to hurry. Just everything happens in divine time. Don't try to rush things. When we try to rush things, that's when we run into like roadblocks, or we run into other obstacles that may be in our way. And they don't want that to happen anymore. They want you guys to be like full flowing, just, it's kind of like getting in the lazy river. I like to say you're getting in your little inner tube, you're getting in the lazy river, and you're just going to let life flow for you, right? And you're just going to go, all right, the current's taking me this way and the current's taking me this way. And of course, there's little offshoots you can take and stuff, but it's all in your divine plan, right? And so you guys are in control of your plan, even though you don't feel like you're in control at all sometimes, because I feel the same way. It's like going like this. All right, where am I going? Again, trusting the heart center, trusting your heart center. So thank you for starting to really trust your heart center, because this is opening us all up to one. This is all opening us up to more love. This is opening us up, and this is what's changing our world that we live in right now. And I know it's hard for some of you to be on this earth too, because I have some clients that don't feel like they just don't want to be here anymore. And just know that there's a greater plan. And when you release and allow, it's like you're okay. I can understand why I'm here now. Like you're stepping into your purpose. I feel like if you own some of your abilities, you're going to start to understand and put the dots together and understand why you're really here, right? Just like I've been putting the dots together for 48, almost 49 years now. So it's like I've got a bigger picture than when I was younger. And even if you only just started connecting the dots now, it's starting to be clear for you what the picture is. So allow it to be clear for you. Allow it to unfold in front of you so that you can understand it in your mind, if that makes sense. Because it's time for you to start understanding more, okay? And also, again, doing research. If you believe in something, do a little bit of research. I'm getting that's very important. I keep seeing things flow in front of me that are false. And right, we're here to be truth seekers. We are seeking the truth. How are you seeking the truth for yourself? My truth is not necessarily your truth. I'm not going to say that it is, but you have to honor what your truth is inside of you, just like I have through my lifetime. Because one of the things I do call myself is a truth seeker. So I am seeking truth. Are you seeking truth? And how are you doing that? Because it's just like, I'll go back to my recovering Catholic days when I told my mother that I didn't want to go to Catholic church anymore because that wasn't my God. I believe that in my heart that wasn't who they were talking about, because I know my God wouldn't punish me the way that they talked or, put me in hell or whatever it was. But now it's like that was part of my truth. And that helped me start seeking out more and more and more of my truth as I've gotten older. And only just recently in the last 5 to 6, maybe 10 years, have I really dug into it even deeper, right? So it's like understanding what the truth is for yourself. And as we do that, it's like diving inside, right? I always call it the deep dive. We're diving in, we're going in, we're going to find out what's going on in our lives, and we're going to find it out in here because we have to trust this, okay? We really, really have to trust this. And that's hard too sometimes because it's, again, I was talking with some clients or some friends in the last week or so. And, one of the things that my father always used to say is listen to your head and not your heart. Your heart is going to get you in trouble. And that was like, no, really, that was the wrong answer. That was totally wrong. It's about listening to our heart and not listening to our head, because this is the part that has been jeopardized. This part we allowed, but now we're opening that back up, if that makes sense to everybody. So, and they want to change up the energy with that too. So people are opening that up. Open up those heart chakras. Open up that soul self. What's going on in your guys' world? We're almost into March. And I feel like March they're calling March Madness Month. And I'm not sure what that's all about yet, but it could be good madness. It could be bad madness. But it's going to be like not your norm. Like if things are going to kick up in March, I don't know what this is. So I'm interested to see what March brings us and what kind of things we're still creating, because they still want you guys creating, right? It's still about creating, nurturing those seeds. And those things that you've planted either last year or even just recently, because we're going into spring, those things are starting to come, starting to pop up out of the dirt, and they're starting to just flow for you, right? Everything's going to start growing. And some of these things that you guys have created are amazing. You know why? Because they're showing me it's like checking the beanstalk, and that stalk just keeps going, 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 going. It's like the biggest plant, flower, anything, whatever it is that you're creating, is going to, oh boy. So it's creating that joy and creating up that magic. So Goldylocks says, the next full moon is March 9th, feeling like will be very powerful for all of us, more than ever before. Yes. And I'm thinking that's kind of why the madness part. I'm feeling like that's going to and I'm getting kind of lit up while I say that. I'm getting goosebumps in my shoulders and stuff. I didn't get full body yet, but they're working there. So this full moon that's what we're working up to, we're going to probably be tired until then. Okay. We're probably going to be needing sleep and things of that sort, probably reevaluating our lives still, because I feel like a lot of people are still restructuring them. That's a word I've liked to use lately. I'm restructuring my life. So, because I'm structuring it into something that I enjoy. Like, I'm the creator. I feel like I'm the little architect and I'm making it happen. So if I can do it, you can do it. Okay. And moving into that full moon, let's see, that'll be March 9th. So that'll be 3/9. Okay, so those numbers right there are pretty powerful for me anyways. So yeah, so this is about shedding a lot more light. I feel like this full moon is going to shed light on a lot of stuff that have been in the dark. So dark, that have been so dark, so deep, that they have not come out of hiding yet. And now it's like things coming out of hibernation too, right? Because bears would hibernate in the wintertime. So I feel like they're going to be waking up too. So I guess that could be part of the madness too. It's funny because we don't know what's going to happen, but we're here for the ride. So enjoy the ride. And remember, you control how your thoughts are creating your life, right? So you have to stay in the positive. You have to stay in the love vibration, right? And keep raising that vibration. So I'm sure you guys are still cleaning house, right? Because spring cleaning is still happening. People, places, and things that no longer serve you. Time to get them to go. Yeah. They're like, the energy that's flowing out of me and through me right now is pretty intense. I feel it just kind of like bubbling out of me. So I'm not even sure what all that means today. So if you guys are feeling that, what are you guys feeling? Share some information, because they want you to start recognizing energy more, whether it's happening through a screen, whether it's a person that's standing in front of you, whether you're holding an object and doing a little psychometry and reading into it a little more. They're wanting you to tap into the energy more, right? Because they're showing me like energy just bouncing all over the place. And some of you are walking around with like these guards up, and right, the energy just bounces off. You're like, I don't feel or see anything. And they just want you to kind of take that off a little bit and allow yourselves to really just open up and start to feel a little bit more. But then when you start to feel a little bit more, I also want you to remember to protect yourself. So again, I'm going to share that. That's like me. I like to picture myself like Glinda the Good Witch and the Wizard of Oz in my pink translucent bubble. I can see out, people can see in, but the negativity has to stay on the outside of my bubble. So just create that wherever you go. And it's so fun to use. Use it in traffic. This is the best place to really get a feel for it, that it's really working for you. Just bubble up when you're driving and you notice that the cars give you more space, or if you're out on the highway, you've got miles between you and the other cars. It's pretty crazy stuff, but it's so awesome. So give it a try. Our energy is very powerful, and we forgot how powerful it really is, but we have to do it with our intentions. So we have to keep our thoughts positive. So it has to come from the heart, because everything from love comes from the heart. And then we have to feed that to the mind, so that the mind creates what it is that we're trying to create here in this reality. Does this make sense to everybody? Sometimes I feel like I talk in circles to you guys, but hey, everything flows through me exactly the way it's supposed to, because sometimes I think that, and then I'll get a call from somebody or a message, and they'll be like, hey, I thought you were talking just to me. I was like, how did you know? And it's like, Melissa, doesn't know. It's like they know what needs to be said. So it's awesome. But I'd love some questions if you guys have any. Drop them in the little box over there. Let's see what I have going on in my world. I'm busy taking care of kids and being a mom and taking care of my clients and doing this show and creating other things in my to come into my reality very soon. So there's going to be a lot of new things created, just like you guys are creating too. So are you creating that joy and happiness in your life? Are you creating those relationships? Are you still holding on out of shame, fear, or anger? Those things need to be evaluated, and so you can move forward, because you can't move forward into this like zone of peace and love if you're still going to have the anger attachment as a heavy anchor, or the shame or the guilt or whatever it is you might have as that negative emotion. They just want you to release that and just throw it away. I'm helping y'all. I'm just taking it and I'm throwing it away for you. I'm putting it over there in the energetic recycle bin, so it can be recycled into something better. So a lot of interesting things are taking place as we move forward. I feel like this change that's coming, and that we're in the midst of, right? Because it's happening now. It's happening every day. If you're not recognizing it yet, you will. There's many things that are taking place on so many different levels. There's so many different levels. They're just wanting to show you the levels again. It's so funny when they repeat themselves. But it's like they're showing me the levels, so they're showing you guys that. So it's like there's so many things taking place for you personally, for the earth, for the people, for the collective. So many people are starting to wake up right now. There's more people that are awakening to their higher selves, their soul selves, and you guys are there because you guys are already open, or you guys would not be listening to me already. There's some kind of opening. You're either fully wide open or there's partially wide open. Wherever you are at in your journey, you guys are ready to blow it wide open, okay? I don't care if you just started yesterday. This stuff is going so quick for you guys. All of us that had to learn for the last 20, 30, 40 years, whatever it might have been, you guys are getting it like this. We had to go, get all the little, drippings and kind of like put it together. Now we've kind of put the big puzzle together for you to get you guys to open up very quickly. So ask for that intention that you open up quickly, right? And it's funny because they keep getting me to grab my throat. So somebody on here is not speaking their truth yet. So open that heart, the throat chakra up, and allow yourself to speak your truth, okay? Allow it. And it doesn't matter if someone else reacts to your truth. That's their problem. It's not yours. So let that go, okay? The way people react to whatever we have to say is really their own issue. As long as we're standing in our truth and in that standing in that power and that truth, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We will feel free. They will not. And that's their problem. We can't fix the others, but we can free ourselves. So it's about us freeing ourselves, people. Don't you want to feel freer? Don't you want to feel like you're your own being and you're in control of everything in your life? Well, that's where we're headed. We're taking back all that control. Sometimes it's still hard to understand because it hasn't completely happened yet, but just know that it's happening. See, let me do it again. So maybe it's not everyone's truth yet, but that's okay. It's okay because everything's starting to unfold in just the way that it needs to. So that's fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Let's see. Yeah, if you guys want to know more about me, you guys can click that little button that says Melissa's website down there. They also want me to share see, we're clearing that throat chakra now. If you guys are anywhere near the Sarasota, Florida area, on March 20th at the Crystal Cave, we're having our spring equinox psychic fair. It's at night from 5 to 9, which will be fun. It's always fun having it at night. And outside at night. So it's nice here that time of year if you guys are vacationing that time of year. And then on April 4th, I'm holding another event, and we'll talk more about that later. But there's a lot of different things that are starting to add up and starting to click into this year. So what kind of exciting things do you guys have planned this year? What do you have going on? What is it you're creating? And if you aren't creating, what should you be creating? What does it feel like you should be creating? Like they're doing it again. So it's like whoever needs to speak your truth. I'm working on your throat chakra today. I guess we're working on everybody's throat chakra today, which is awesome. Because we want all our chakras to be clear, right? And we just have to be mindful of them. We need them all to be open and to be flowing. We need to be standing in that joy and that power, right? And start understanding what we're creating. And they're clearing my throat again. There's a lot of throat stuff going on. I wonder what this is all about. If you guys tap into what this is going about, share. That would be fantastic. Because more of you guys are more intuitive than you think you are, because you guys probably thought something and then you go, nope, that can't be true. Can't be true. But guess what? It probably is. That's what you have to do to start trusting yourself, okay? It's time to start trusting our first intuition that we get about things, because normally it's spot on. It's when we second guess ourselves, we start leading ourselves down this path that we don't want to go down. So as long as you're standing in your truth and you're in your power and you're creating what it is that you want, I feel like they're showing me like weights are being lifted off of all of you. It's like emotional weights are being lifted off of you. And you guys have probably been feeling a little emotional too, because I guess we're in the Pisces. We're in the Pisces season now, right? And Pisces is a little bit watery, and there's a lot of emotions attached to that. And you may even be feeling a lot of them with Mercury in retrograde right now, right? Because Mercury makes us go inside. It makes things break down, right? And it's mostly us, sometimes it's us, and sometimes it's our electronics or whatever communication devices. But it's like I have been clearing my throat and coaching a lot lately too. I was guided that it's due to our telepathic abilities are getting awakened and more intense. Coughing, not coaching. Okay, good. Okay, so that's interesting. So yeah, so we're clearing that up. So we're helping our clients clear. We're helping the collective clear. So here we are. Telepathic abilities are getting awakened and more intense. Because sooner or later we won't be able to need to use our voice. You guys will just hear my thoughts anyways. Just like some of my clients do already. They're like, yeah, I heard you in my head. And I wasn't any near them or anything. So awesome. Oh, Rosemary's here. Hi, Melissa. All right, hold on. Hi, Melissa. My youngest child graduates in June. How do you find a purpose when kids are grown? I work full time, but that's it. Would love to find a hobby or maybe love again. Do you see anything happening for me? Rosemary. Okay, well, here's the thing. Congratulations to your child that graduates in June. That's fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Here's the thing. What brings you joy, right? So far, it's been being a mother. You've raised your child now. And now, what do you want to do with yourself? Do you have hobbies that you like already? Or things that maybe you stopped doing before you became a parent that you'd like to pick up again? They're showing me something from your past is coming into your future. So there may have been something you did in the past that you liked that will be coming in. And then, but working full time, that's kind of boring, right? You need to find some other outlets. They want you to find some like-minded groups, maybe some things that you would like to learn about because you've been so busy being a mom. You know what I mean? Oh, and love. Oh, let's talk about love. Okay, Rosemary, you've been holding off on love for quite a little while here. And your guides and your angels are like, yes, dear, you are ready for love. Here's the thing happening with that. I feel like it's after your son graduates because you've not wanted to interfere with that. You're a good mom. You're a very, very, very good mom. But now it's time for you to open up your heart for the love that you desire. So I want you to get out your sheet of paper, right? I want everyone that does not have their love in their life yet. And I want you to get out your piece of paper and start with a very blank sheet of paper. And I want you guys to start writing down all the qualities that you want in this relationship, in this person that you want to be in your love life. It's very important sometimes when you write it down because then you're solidifying that for yourself. So you are ready now. Rosemary says, exactly. I really wanted to wait until he was older. Yes. And now it's time. Okay. He's way older now. So this is time. So they want you guys, all you people that are not fully in love yet, you know what I mean? If there's things that are missing in your relationship, write out a list. Write the list of what it is you're looking for. Affection, sincerity, whatever those qualities are, whatever it is that you're looking for, write them down. Okay. This is important. So you're going to find love probably this year, Rosemary, because you're open to it. And you'll be lonely once your son goes to college or moves out because I feel like he's ready to move on, whatever he's ready to go do. He's a good kid. So you've done very well. So enjoy that. All right. So Goldylocks said that it was a great question, Rosemary. And I agree. That was a great question because it's like after you get done raising your kids, what do you do? Right. Because that's what you've been doing, 18 plus years. And you're just like, all right, now what do I do for me? And this is one of the things that I say. Now it's time for you to do self-care, right? It's about you taking care of yourself and things that are going to nurture you, right? So those are the activities that you like and anything that you enjoy doing, just start doing them more. And that will help you there. Okay. All right, let's see what we got going over here. So, Kavita, do you pick up anything on my upcoming trip to Portugal in May? Is that where I may meet Mr. Wonderful? I have also been receiving a lot of signs from my angels and from Jesus when I ask. Numbers 333, 444, and signs on cars and Jesus statements, with Jesus statements. Well, Kavita, that's just like you're following the right path, girlfriend. They want you to know that you are doing exactly what you need to do. Okay. And I feel like your trip to Portugal is going to be a lot of fun. And it's funny that it's in May because I think I just said earlier you were going to meet Mr. Wonderful in April, May, or June. So May would be smack dab in the middle of those 3 months that I named off. So I think that's wonderful. And, when the numbers keep showing up for you, these are also messages. These are also codes, right? Because it's like, pow. It's like, woo, we just saw it again. We saw it again. We saw it again. I mean, we can't make this stuff up, people. So these codes are very important to our being and helping us follow the path that is correct for us. So if you keep seeing the signs and the symbols, this is way important for you and you're moving forward. So fantastic. Keep up the good work, Kavita, because you're on the right track. And also your abilities are also kicking in. I'm getting that these are also to awaken you to start using your abilities. So yes, you need to open up and start using. Yes. And one sign said, Jesus is coming. Jesus is always here. Jesus is always here. He's always a part of each and every one of us. And that's what Jesus is coming because he's coming out in each and every one of us, right? We are stepping into that Jesus vibration, that Christ consciousness, right? Because that's who put him here, God, right? So we are all stepping into that Christ consciousness and creating that joy here. We are all taking his teachings and teaching them in the way that need to be taught in 2020. And I have goosebumps as I say this. So take that as validation, Kavita, that you are one of the Jesuses that's here. We are all part of that. So that's pretty cool, right? I love it. We're all opening up to more of that love vibration, that Christ consciousness, right? Because that's a higher vibration than this 3D world we've been stuck in, right? Because when we're stuck in this 3D stuff, we feel like, ugh, oh my God, we feel stuck in the mud. I tell people just take your boots off, walk right out of it, and keep going. All right. So I hope that was helpful for you, Kavita. I hope that was helpful. She wrote something else. Kavita also wrote, I actually saw a star formed out of clouds in the sky with a dark outline of a figure that looked like Jesus in his robe. See, the signs just keep coming one after another, one after the other. And I'm glad you're looking to the sky. I'm glad that you're looking outside of our linear, just looking here. Because when we look outside the box and we start seeing the messages everywhere, that's so beautiful, Kavita. That just shows me how connected you are and how well you're ready to move forward in this. So just have fun with it. The more signs are coming. More signs are coming. Yes, it's incredible. This has happened all over the past week. Fantastic. Yeah. Oh, I wish I could show you guys the picture of my Facebook, where I took this picture of myself and I had the sun behind me and there was like this orb thing and this other thing. And yeah, it was pretty incredible. So the signs are everywhere. Signs, everywhere is a sign, right? So keep watching for those signs. Keep looking for those signs. Take the information as you need it, right? Because it could be anything as you're driving around. It could be literally anything. Don't limit yourself to what it could be, because the signs are everywhere, which is fantastic. Yay. I'm so excited. Yay. They're so excited because we are making so much progress. It may not feel like it on the human front, but we are making so much progress. We are so much further ahead than you believe we are. And we are like winning the race. If there's a race to win, the light is winning, because more things are coming to light, right? The more of you guys that awaken and the people around you awaken, because you'll start to notice that they're starting to do that too. And it's really time for us to woo, feel that awakening, stand in that, own that. And what are we creating with that? We're creating more love, we're creating more joy, we're creating happiness. All the things pretty much life told us we couldn't have, right? Another thing my father used to tell me, life's not fair. I never liked that one either, but we can make it fair because we know we can create it now, right? I'm going to come up with some more old sayings that just don't apply to 2020 anymore, okay? That don't apply to our lives, you know? And oh, here's another one too. This one cracks me up a little bit because I remember my parents telling me this too. You'll never get anywhere without a college education. Well, yeah, you can. And most people are, because the most people that I know that went to college and for their education and whatever they learned are not working in that field now, but they have the education behind it. So they have debt and then they're not working in that profession anyway. So really following your heart, right? Because even back then I knew I wasn't a college girl, but I still sought knowledge in different ways, right? I was all about taking these little group classes. You know, I didn't want to get, I wanted to learn something and I wanted to learn that, just that specific thing. So I'm all about learning. I'm all about, you know, education and learning, but what is it that you really want to learn? What is it you really want to do with your life? That's the important thing. That's what's really important. Let's see what else is shaking in you guys' world. I can see, no, they want me to say I can feel, because as I'm sitting here right now, my heart chakra is wide open. I feel like it's like humongous, okay? It's like bigger than my body. It's just, and all this energy is flowing down and through me because I'm just a channel. I'm not here to give up my energy. I'm just the channel. Okay. I feel like this is a lot of healing energy. I feel like this is a lot of light energy. I feel like this is going to help you guys open up on a whole other level. Okay. Just like Kavita's been seeing all these things in the last week, just see they're changing up the energy too. Just imagine what's going to happen this week. Even more exciting things, because we've finally flipped the switch to more magic, right? Things are starting to fall in our lap. Things are starting to happen just the way they're supposed to for us, which is so exciting, right? We're excited about this because we're creating this. This is all opening up for us in the coming world that we're creating and the things that we're starting to change for ourselves. So they're excited. So I hope you guys are feeling that excitement too. And it's so funny because they're like showing me this. Do you guys sometimes feel the energy so much that it flows through you that you can't help but move? Kind of like there was music on and you can't help but, you know, move to the beat. That's kind of how I feel when I step into my higher self and into my energy. That's probably why you can't see me sit still when I'm talking to you while I do this, because the energy is just flowing through me. And sometimes it'll happen to me in the store and I'll be moving energy like this, or sometimes I'll be in the car and they'll be shaking me like this. So you never know where the energy is going to start to flow and you're going to start to feel it. But they want you guys to start feeling this more often in your life, feeling that connection, because they just want, whatever this is, they want you to feel that connection. And it's like a wavy. So in that wave is also that DNA. I can see that when I do that. It's like I can see your DNA all getting activated. Bing, 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 bing. All these little things being activated, which is way cool. The energy must have shifted up again because they're making me hot now. You know, and when they do that, they like to change my body temperature sometimes. So I'm aware. So it's getting warm. So I hope you guys are feeling that loving energy too. Exciting, exciting, exciting. Let's see what else is going on. Anyone say anything else? No, I'm all caught up with you guys. You guys are good. I hope you guys are feeling the love, the vibration that's going on out there to you guys, because they're just like showing me it's like pulsing. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that's the best way I can say it. Pulsing. And they're just having a good old time with this. So they're clearing my throat again. I can feel that's coming up again. Kavita says, I love your positive energy, Melissa. Thank you, Kavita. I appreciate that. I appreciate your positive energy too, because I can feel your energy even though I've never met you in person. And that's one of the cool things about my job and what I can do, and any of you guys can do it too, is like I don't hear a physical voice when you're asking me these questions. All I see are your words and your vibration. I can feel your energy vibration through those words, through your name, just your name. I can feel the vibrations of just through your name. So it's pretty cool, because when sometimes people will go, hey, can you tell me about da 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 da. And I'm like, all right, just the first name. Just give me the first name. So I just get in their energy and then I'm like, woo, you know? So it's pretty cool. The more that you connect in with this energy and start to understand it, you start to understand everyone else's energy more. You can tell when they're coming from a love vibration, like you're feeling from me right now, or you can feel like they're in a closed off vibration or they're feeling very low. And you can get a sense for that now. And you're like, oh, they're feeling really low. And you may even be able to pick up on what they're feeling low about. Not always our business, though, because I do have psychic etiquette. I will not read people just randomly out in public. Those can get tiring. But if we're in a basic conversation, it might happen. You just never know. Unless I find it very important. Actually, I did do it once. I went to this club one night and this young gentleman, oh my God, he was singing and he sounded just like Frank Sinatra. And let me tell you what, Frank Sinatra just showed up in my ear. He's like, you need to go tell that young man how good he is. And I'm like, all right. See, I was like, I had to clear my throat for that. And I went and I told him, and he was very thankful. I'm not sure he totally believed me, but you know, not everyone believes everything that we tell them and what we do. So, but that was the only time that I've done that out in public, because they felt that it was very important for that young gentleman in moving forward. So anyways, I'm here to help you guys move forward. I'm here to help empower you. What is it you guys need to learn? What is it you guys need to know? What is it you guys want to know more about? I even said this to my clients the other day, or my people in my class for my Joyful Findings class, right? What is it you want to know? What is it you are searching for that you can't find yet? What information is it that is like at the end of your fingertips, but you're just not there yet? But you feel like you're on your way there. You know what I mean? So it's time for you guys to figure out what that might be. Oh, I just popped up everyone's name. Now I know who's here. So thank you guys for popping in today. There's a bunch of you today. I love that. I see Lenka's out there. I'll see you later, honey. So thank you guys for popping in. I love that you guys are here today. I love that you guys are tapping into the energy and stuff. You guys are here to help me as much as I am here to help you, because we're here to help each other. We're kind of like leading each other home, right? We're kind of like, hey, let's go this way. This is a better ride than the other ride. Sometimes our lives can be an amusement park, they just said. That's so funny. Because sometimes we can get on that scary roller coaster, right? And other times it's like, oh, this is so cool. It's so pretty. Okay, so Kavita does have another question. Hey, Kavita, how do I get this tinnitus to stop? It is very disruptive. Any suggestions? Well, here's my thought about that. You need to open up your ears and listen, okay? Because this is, and I can feel the pressure in my ears as I'm starting to talk to you right now. So I feel like as we're talking right now, we're going to clear that pressure, right? Because I feel like it's a little bit of pressure. And I feel like you just need to start listening to the words that are coming to you. Listen to the advice that is coming to you. And also pay attention to when it's disruptive to you. Is it something you shouldn't be listening to, or is it something you should be listening to? And I feel like it's in both ears, right? It's in both ears, because I feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. So I'm going to ask them to go in there with their energetic Q-tip, and pull that out. And it's weird because I felt that all the way down into your throat. So I hope that feels a little bit better for you. It's constant in your left ear. I feel it's in both, but it's definitely in your left ear more. And left is about moving into the future. So this is about listening about future stuff. So let's try to open that up. And do you feel the pain down into your jaw sometimes too? I'll just wait for her to see if she says yes. Yes, noise. Okay. Well, I'm feeling like, it's funny because I feel like in your, you see how they're doing that. They're coming from like your nose, your cheekbone. I feel like they're coming from where your sinuses are here. I feel like it comes up into where your jaw connects. So I feel like they're going to do a lot of energetic work to help you rid yourself of that. Don't forget to ask your angels and guides to help you with that too. And talk to the cells that are there. Be like, all right, I want your cells to be regenerated and do the right things and make it right, or make it not hurt, or take the pain away, or whatever. I feel like it's like, I just want to, it's like a big clog. It's like a big cork. I want to pull the cork. So allow the cork to be pulled out. Ooh, and I feel that all the way down into my throat too. That's a lot of work you got going on there, Kavita. I hope that feels a little bit better. They're going to continue working on you the rest of the day with that so that you can release that and see how you feel in the morning, because I feel like there's a lot of, they're showing me lots of energy coming from that section for you. So I hope you can feel that. You never know what they're going to say when we do this stuff, or what they're going to say. Oh, you're so welcome. You're very welcome, Kavita. Because our energy is very strong, and we have to remember that we have to talk to our bodies and our cell and our DNA just as we do our human self, right? So it's like talking to all parts of us, right? And so it's like releasing and allowing that and standing in that highest light and vibration that we all want to stand in, because that's when we feel the best, right? Because you guys have already felt moments when you're like, woo, and you feel good all the time. Now we want to feel like that all the time. We literally want to feel like that all the time, not partial time, but all the time. And so just know that more of that's going to be happening for us and for you, which is exciting. I'm excited to see where this all takes you. Oh, and I feel like they're working on everybody's left side now. So if you guys have anything going on the left side, there's a lot of energy working on that side. And it's not just for Kavita. I feel like it's for all of you. So tap in, allow, release, which is good, because I've been having a lot of shoulder pain. I'm holding on to stress, and I hold on to it in my shoulders and my neck. So I've been also feeling it on my left side. So they're helping me to release that as well. So if you guys are feeling that, they're working on us. They're doing the job for us because we asked. Because we asked. That's so awesome. And we forget to ask, right? Because that's one of the things that I've had a really hard time with in this life. I'm very independent. I hate to ask for help. I'm like, I can do it myself. You know, I can do it. But there are sometimes in life when we need to ask for help. And sometimes that's even asking our angels and guides. Maybe it's our spouse. Maybe it's whoever we need to ask sometimes. Don't be afraid to ask for help sometimes, because sometimes we just need it. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. And we're learning to work together that way too, which is awesome. Awesome. I'm so excited you guys are here. So what else is going on in your guys' world? Anything? All right, then. Oh, I just lost you guys. Don't do that, Melissa. Okay, so let's see what else they'd like to share with you guys today. I don't know. They're just like, they're not sure what they want to talk about next. Isn't that kind of funny? They're just like, there's like this. That's the best way for me to describe it. Is there's this like this. Oh, yeah. So they want me to talk about your crown, too. Have you guys been having headaches a little bit? Just know that your crown is opening up a little bit more. Your pineal gland, your third eye is opening up a little bit more because you guys are paying more attention. They're going to go through the chakras now. So we're working on them all. The crown's opening, the third eye. This star one always stays open. I feel like it's all open for everybody. Now it's just about allowing our bodies to stay into it. So all those are already open for us. We just have to allow these to channel up into them, if that makes any sense. So just have fun with that as you guys start to advance. Again, abilities are coming on very quick. So I'm very excited for you guys as that takes place. And they just want to be happy. They want you guys to be happy. No matter what's taking place around you, they want you to be calm. They want you to be serene. They want you to be sovereign. They're loving that word lately. They're wanting you just to be exactly what you need to be without any outside influences. So it's like a little bit, sometimes we have to block out the outside world a little bit and be like, all right, what is it I desire? You know, and I talked about that list earlier. So this list goes for everything, right? You can make this list about relationships. You can make this about your career. You can make this about your next house that you want to have. You can make this about anything that you desire to have in your life. You know, it's like I say, you get to start with the blank slate, people. So with that blank slate, what is it that you guys want to create this year? Because it's your turn to create it. And don't feel like someone else is taking the power away from you to be able to create that joy that you want in your life, because that is your desire. That is your right to have that. And you are going to create that this year. That's what makes me so excited, because the more people that wake up, the more that we create this joy and this happiness, right? It's not just a handful of us anymore. It'll be 200, 400, 600, 800,000, 4 million, 6 million, 8 million, and it'll keep growing and growing and growing. So light workers, united, wake up. spread the word. And now stand in that light and that joy and spread it everywhere you go, right? And there's a lot of things that are taking place. It's like I had this one client call me this morning and is like, why is all this, violent stuff happening in her neighborhood? And she asked, is the darkness still in control? And I'm like, well, of some people, yes. If you're still in that lower vibration, if you know people that are still in that lower vibration, try to show them the light, at least plant the seed of light so that they don't get carried away. There's because some people are totally flipping out and there's nothing we can do about that. Again, they've also contracted for this in their life. If you know anything about your life contract or life contracts, period, you know that the people that are transpiring and all that stuff, there was a life contract that said this was one of their exit points. So that's where they chose to take it. So send love, send joy. Let's awaken more people so we have less chaotic things going on around us, which would be nice, because some of it's just crazy. Best way to explain it is just crazy. So let's be the calm and the crazy, right? Let's be that calm. It's all good. It's all good. Everything's happening the way it's supposed to. And taking care of only of what you need to help you be the happy person that you need to be. Okay? It's very important that you guys, again, are taking care of yourselves. That self-care is very important, that you guys are taking care of yourselves and your needs. And paying attention to what it is that brings you joy and what doesn't bring you joy. You could also have a list too and cut it in half and go, all right, this brings me joy, but this doesn't, and then cut out all the things that don't bring you joy, right? Because sometimes we have to write it down to see it as the pattern that it is. Sometimes that will help us see the pattern, because everything's really a pattern. You can see the pattern in your life. It might have been patterns of relationship, pattern of jobs, pattern of friendships, pattern. That's one of the main things that I've learned about this lifetime is we get stuck in patterns. So it's like we're breaking free out of the patterns. We're creating a new pattern. So we're creating something new. So it's all going to be more love and joy. So it's not stickiness and heaviness and dark stuff, because we want everything to be much lighter and much joyfuler in this lifetime. And is joyful a word? I don't know. They made it up if it's not. You never know. I might Google it later. But I won't take their words away from them. So that this is all them. This is their joy. This is their happiness that they're bringing through to you. And it sounds like my kid is going to make it out before it's over. I was wondering when it would happen. You going to come say hi today? Oh, he does have something. He wants to come say hello. Okay. We made something today. I don't know what this is yet, but my 4-year-old would like to share something. Here, step over a little bit. Say hello.
Hi.
Hi. They said hello, Christopher.
Hi.
And we're making something out of these little...
It's an axe.
You made an axe?
Yeah.
You going to go out and chop wood?
No, it's just toys.
It's just toys? All right. What else are you... All right, go create. He's creating out of his toys. And apparently the axe. So I can work with that. I can work with anything that anyone gives me. So we're giving the axe to anything that doesn't work in our lives, right? So we're going, all right, we don't want that in our life anymore. We don't want that in our life anymore. So we're giving it the axe. I love that. He is clearing the energy with his axe. I knew he'd come out before the show was over. I was thinking that about 5 minutes ago. I was like, I wonder when he's coming. But he is here to clear it with his little energetic axe that he has created.
Now I made it whale.
Oh, now it's a whale. All right. Whale. Okay.
Bullhead whale.
A bullhead whale. Well, I can go with whale too, because whales are record keepers. So I guess we're cutting the lock on what was held from our records, from us getting into our records and understanding more about ourselves. So I thank Christopher very much for popping in and sharing that information. You never know what he's going to bring to the table. He's so funny. So we've helped clear a lot of energy with that axe that he's created. And now with that axe, I feel like we cut the lock off that vault that was holding that information that the whale, because the whale is a record keeper. He's like one of the longest animals on this planet. So he knows everything that's ever happened here in this space. So we just got a lot of information there. So you guys will be getting more information flowing to you now. And we're cutting whatever that blockage is on that throat chakra so you guys can all stand in your truth and do everything you need to do. Okay. And they're also sending out tons of love, right? Because we're all about love, the love vibration, that love feeling, that frequency of love everywhere to everything and everybody. More is opening up to you. More is expanding in front of you. It's kind of like, you know, being in that lazy river, like I talked about, and just letting the divine time flow you exactly where you need to go. But it's also like, if you feel like you're moving forward, just know that every time that you make a step forward, that stone, that stepping stone is going to be right there for you. You may not see it until you actually put your foot down on it, but know that it's right there for you. You just have to trust it. And you need to start trusting yourself. You need to start trusting your intuition and start really trusting who you are as a loving being. Okay. And sometimes that's really hard because we have all these human traits that weren't always so easy to overcome, but just know that it's all happening for a reason. And you guys are waking up, waking up. So it makes me happy. It makes me very happy. Let's see, what else would they like to share? We're about coming up on my hour of talking to you guys. It goes so fast. It's just time is like this. Time is like that. So fantastic. But time is moving very quickly because you will notice that it was just January 1st, right? Almost 2 months ago, and it felt like it was just yesterday. Time is moving very quickly. I'm getting that we are converging our timelines, so just know that you guys are jumping timelines. You may not know when you're jumping them, but just know that you are. There's a lot of converging going on these timelines. So it's just going to be exciting to see where you guys all come with all this and where it goes. I'm excited. You should be excited too. And if you're not, you need to find something to be excited about, okay? Because there should be excitement and joy in our lives every day, right? We live the mundane. We've lived all the crap already. We've been through all those hard lessons. We recognize them, we release them, and now we're allowing all this joy and all this fun to start happening in our lives. And every day we want to have this happen. So I feel like you guys are going to start creating more of that fun, more of that excitement in your life, and creating all those lovely things that you want to do in your lives. It makes me excited. It makes them excited too, because they're like, woo, you guys are doing a great job. They're giving you all pats on the back because everything that you've been through in this lifetime, from infancy into whatever age you are right now, just let it all go. This is like new day, create. This is that new chapter. Everything about you is new, right? Because I talked about the energy earlier and it was touching every cell, every strand of our DNA. Also, again, making us new, right? Or yes, they were going to use the word new, making us more new. So create with that love and joy in your heart, and send out love to all the people, even the people you don't like. Because we always run into some of those that disrupt our energy or angered us sometime in our lifetime, but it's time to let that go. It's time to stand in that joy and stand in that love. And let's see. Okay, so we only have a couple days left of March, so it looks like I will see you guys next Wednesday, which I think will be March 3rd or March 4th. I think it's March 4th. It's March 4th. Yeah, 2, 3, 4. It'll be 3, 4. 3, 4, 4. You know me and my numbers. I love that stuff, which is cool. They want me to write that down so I don't forget it. I don't know. That'll be important for me later. So you guys finish out okay, so I do want to talk about this because at the beginning of February, I talked about, spreading love and kindness everywhere as you were driving around, open doors for people, smile, let people out in traffic. And I have to tell you, I pass. I've done it every single day. So I hope you guys are still helping spread joy and love out there to other people too, because they love it so much when you let them in traffic. They just do, instead of cutting them off. So just keep spreading joy and love out there. And March Madness, because March is my birth month, so that should be a fun month. I'll be 49. Holy cow. I've learned a lot in 49 years. So anyways, I'm not afraid to tell my age. I'm not afraid of who I am. I'm not afraid to stand in my truth. It's taken me this long to be able to do that. So anything that I have done in my past, I apologize. Anything that I do in my future, I am responsible for. I know that. So it's like I take responsibility of who I am and who I'm creating. And I hope you guys are taking that same responsibility for yourselves, because we are going to do some great things. We We haven't always been perfect, and we don't strive to be perfect because perfect is not possible. But we strive to be love. We strive to be that frequency of spreading joy everywhere we go. So I hope you guys are able to spread that this week. Spread joy for yourself and spread joy for others. Open up, allow, and be exactly who your heavenly body needs you to be. I love you guys. Kavita says, great show. Have a great week. You too, Kavita. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. So I'm going to say goodbye. I'll see you next Wednesday. I love you.